see you too. Like, I'm not in Florida, but I live about an hour away in Florida.
Yeah, you told me where you're at.
Come on. We are. Come on. Come on.
I'll bring it to where I'm at, and then I'll share it.
We are live.
We're live. We live.
Yeah, just
we're live.
We're live.
Okay, here. Let me post it on Twitter real quick. I can send you guys a link. I'll send you guys a link if you want to make your own tweet about it.
Okay.
Ta-da. Also, don't mind the
stock picture. Oh my god.
That's the best we got, okay? I'm using OBS.
I know. I'll work on a better one.
I gotta work on one too. This is so. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm one. Oh, come on. Oh, excuse me for a minute. I'm getting a phone call right as we start.
How do they fit all this in a box? That's what I'm wondering.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
They look that good. I'm talking about dinner. Uh-oh, I did the thing. Yeah.
Freaking spam!
There she is. Speaking Spanish.
What I do?
Different kinds of salads.
Oh. I posted a tweet about it, Sam.
Thank you.
A cloud salad. Mother. I tweeted the link.
You know, I think my fans on Instagram might come on.
Tell them to join. Tell them to.
I'm gonna post a screen. I'm gonna screenshot it and then.
The real letters, please.
Oh, another day, like, there's a thing. There's a conference that happened with Logan Paul, and he left the stage crying.
Wow.
Yeah, he didn't.
It was pretty fun. It was really funny. Like, you know how before there's like a big conference before his big boxing match he was supposed to have, and then.
What the heck am I lagging?
Oh, was that supposed to be Logan's and then KSI just crashed it?
Yeah, it was supposed to be for both of them answering questions, and Logan, just a sec, someone's calling me.
I'm gonna stick in the chat.
Doodly doo.
Kanoe's in the chat saying I'm gonna stick in the chat if that's right. It's fine. And Natasha, wow. Yeah, you better be saying wow. You say you'd be joining. How dare you? How dare you?
What's going on?
Natasha's in the chat. What?
I got one of those like weird calls, but this is an appointment.
Ola, you gonna join?
Should I eat the cake or save it? Save it. Mm-hmm. Eat it.
Pineapple. Just take like a small look of it and eat the rest later.
We've been live for 4 minutes already.
Confused.
There's Kanoe and then Natasha, and Natasha says she's getting her stuff.
Yeah, I retweeted. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna share it on Instagram.
Oh God! No, mute it. I'm sorry.
I did. I have my phone.
Okay, can you guys speak in the chat, like in the YouTube chat, real quick, so I can put you as moderators until we actually get in, just in case we actually have trolls.
Tell me to get rid of that.
There we go. Yeah, you can just see my gibberish.
Go to it. Wait, you're gonna throw the refrigerator away?
Oh, don't throw the refrigerator away.
I know, I'm just joking with her. She made it sound, because Mom made it sound like she was gonna throw the refrigerator away.
What?
Oh, that's like the best. That's life there.
Okay.
Oh crap. Oh, no.
I hope people on my Instagram will see this and
There's
just
6
check
people watching. They must be very disappointed already. They just see a stock image and just background noise.
So I have to make a quick call. I'm gonna mute this up real quick.
God darn it!
You know, I should make it like the pic I have right now. I should just make it at least have a little bit of movement, like blinking. I should make it like that. Just but it is like a podcast kind of, and so it's come to expect. Or it's like
The 7 people watching. I'm sorry.
Hello, 7 people. Hello, 7 people.
They're probably not registered. Nice.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty good.
So hello. Welcome to the Wemes Podcast.
Hello.
I am the today's host of the Wemes Podcast. I am the Jaded Illustrator. You may call me Jade if you like.
I was made to call you Sam. Wait, are you talking to me?
I'm talking to the audience. I'm using quotation marks if you can't tell. You guys want to introduce yourself to the stream, I guess?
How's it going, everyone? My name is Curacino.
Oh yeah, you changed it recently.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna call you Yuki.
Yeah, or you could just call me Yuki. You know, I will be joining Sam today in this Wemes podcast.
You are in the Wemes Podcast.
Yes, I understand that.
Yeah, what about you other 2 in the call?
Is it my turn?
Yes, I guess. No.
Okay, I am Mika Wind. I am your generic artist who just wants to have fun talking to people about art. Which, oh my, this podcast is about. Okay, I'm also jealous about that banana cake. You're next.
What? Silver? It's your turn! Introduce yourself!
She's eating that banana cake. She's distracted.
Okay, hi guys. I am Silver Mistian or Limelight, whichever one you want to call me. And I'm just enjoying this little podcast stream. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah.
This is the most awkward
please.
podcast.
Please do excuse the stock image. I am a new one's being worked on as we speak.
Yeah, but when this was made, it was just Natasha, I, Yuki, and Jeep. There's now 8 of us in the Weeb chat.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've grown a lot.
Yeah, we kind of expanded.
Natasha
joined.
Hello.
Hey! Introduce yourself!
Hi, my name is Bob. I work at a local hot dog stand. How's it going?
I may have a craving for hot dogs now.
We actually got.
My leave now. I've accomplished my mission.
No!
And we got 7 people watching. Whoa.
That's a big number.
That's definitely a big number for me.
Oh, guys. How shall we start this?
Well, we could talk about like the whole animation fiasco and like the Thundercats thing that we were arguing about before we went live.
Can I lead it out? Can I lead this off?
Sure.
So, Thundercats Roar got announced. In the trailer, the original trailer got 61,000 dislikes to. Hold on, I see. but it got more dislikes compared to likes, and the main reason was due to the art style. Like Nova and like people at this point, I think majority of people are really tired about this, and they're pretty much blaming Cal Arts for it because I don't know. It's become a meme that Cal Arts developed that style.
I don't. Sorry. Keep going. Sorry.
Okay, hold on. How do I wrote this down? Hold on, I have my screen somewhere. But it's become a meme that Cal Arts sort of made up that style since majority of the people who work on modern cartoons and use that style are from Cal Arts, except for Rebecca Sugar. I know she didn't go to Cal Arts, but if you go to Cal Arts website, it's not just that style. There's completely other styles. Like, for example, did you know John Lasseter went to Cal Arts? Or did you know
that?
He's the guy, the
guy
Pixar, the Pixar guy. And
kind of important.
And Tim Burton, he actually went to Cal Arts as well. And I hate to say it's not Witch Hartman.
Excuse me.
That guy. Yeah.
Maybe we should avoid that topic too.
Yeah, let's go ahead and avoid Butch Hartman.
Oh, I saw videos of people talking about him. And
I have my own thoughts on him. I don't want to.
I'm just gonna say I'm
I
disappointed.
think everyone has very select thoughts on him, so maybe avoid it until the situation has developed further and everyone's calmed down a little bit.
You're gonna have to wait a decade after that.
That's a good point. This is the internet.
I don't think he's gonna die anytime soon, or I don't know. He seems like that type that gets shot down, but he's gonna stay up. You're not gonna kill me sooner or later.
And then he gets stabbed 3 minutes later.
Oh no!
Oh god, that got really violent.
Yeah.
We're already off topic. We're already off topic. Just the Cal Art thing. So for the Cal Arts thing, I think the only reason why it's for the style because from what I heard from other people, remember the whole that whole controversial how the whole Florida shooting that happened earlier this year.
I'm sorry, the what, Sam? You broke up a bit.
The what?
Remember that Florida shooting that happened earlier this year?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if
Wait, which one?
Oh yeah, there's two. What?
Yeah, there's been a lot of shootings.
I only remember one. I'm gonna be honest, but if you don't follow my Twitter, which is understandable because I think I had 13 followers at the time. I retweeted about this girl who basically said some disgusting stuff about competition and a bit less competition. If you get my drift.
Oh, I remember, right?
Oh,
the girl who's gonna go to art school or animation school, and she's like, "Well, that's less people I have to compete with."
Oh yeah, when people found out about it, her account got terminated that same day. I managed to comment and give her advice. And
you can't give advice to those kinds of people, Sam.
Yeah,
you know how I'm trying my best, okay?
You cannot deal with stupid.
Don't worry.
I know I can't.
Just let them keep their hand on the stove.
Fine, but as I was saying when I commented, somebody else replied because I saw somebody say that used the Cal Arts as an insult. So when I asked them about it, because Cal Arts usually, from what I heard back at the time, was actually a really good school. According to them, apparently Cal Arts only favors style instead of actual skill. So I'm guessing that's why there's only the Cal Arts style. There's no development in skill from what I've been told, and just more art style.
I think I heard that too.
I'm actually going to the website right now because there's completely different styles from people who posted art.
Yeah, but what about the skill in terms of animation though?
Let's do some research.
We should have done.
Yuki is the only one who came prepared to this podcast.
None of us came prepared, Natasha.
Okay. California Institute of the Arts is renowned internationally as a game changer in the education of professional artists. The transformative cultural impact of our alumni shows why we bring out visionary, creative talent unlike any other university, school, or conservatory. An all-inclusive community for a diversity of authentic voices, CalArts today offers more than 70 comprehensive degree programs in the visual, performing, media, and literary arts. Sorry, my eyes are it's a little bit weird.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, there's like, it's not just that style. Like, I don't want to sound like Alex Jones and say, oh, CalArts is trying to take over the world with the Steven Universe art style.
Well, I think we're okay. There's a lot of different animations coming out, especially now, that aren't anywhere close to that style. People realize that's just easier on the animators and all the crew to have that style.
Yeah, and plus it's fun to draw.
It is, but then overall, I feel like there's certain styles you can make that's really you can make fluid. It's not. I do feel like that. Like, at least make it a little bit extinct, because I know, or distinct from all the other people who use this style. Because I know, like, a good example of this is Star versus the Forces of Evil. That's a good example of it.
There's Gravity Falls too.
Gravity Falls and Steven Universe to an extent.
Yeah, they all have different styles. Just because the base body is the same doesn't mean, everything else is exactly the same.
Huh.
I saw a meme of it somewhere.
Oh yeah, was it the morphing one where it morphs into like Gumball and everyone?
Yeah, it was that one, and then it was another one too.
That was obviously made to make the art styles look very similar. Because if you look at the actual shows, there's some similarities, but not as much as like the little GIF that you see posted online.
Yeah. I saw someone overlay the actual art of the characters onto those, and they did not match up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Konoe says like there's good shows like The Clone Wars and Young Justice, which I must say, I was pissed when they got canceled.
They always cancel the good shows.
Because not enough toys sold.
I love Young Justice.
People are cheap.
Speaking of what, the Clone Wars is coming back. It was according to somebody said.
Yeah, like season 6 is coming back.
I didn't see much of it, but from what I heard, from what I seen, it was pretty good.
Yeah, I don't even like Star Wars, and I liked the show. It wasn't that bad.
A lot got announced yesterday at Comic-Con. It's crazy.
Mhm.
Yep.
You seen all those figurines? I want them. I want them all.
I do too.
We're so pretty.
I need them in my life.
And watch, they're gonna be super expensive.
Even though my shelf is already filled with figurines. So.
Yeah, leave some for us, Yuki. Okay? You have a problem.
Wait till I just want the really good ones.
You can keep the figurines.
Sure, take all the good ones for yourself, Yuki. I see how
That's
it is.
not fair.
You can keep.
I don't mind sharing. I never said I wouldn't mind sharing.
No, I don't want to share. I want it to be mine.
We gone so far off topic. It's supposed to be about the Thundercats catastrophe.
I have an extra.
Right. Well, figurines are a form of art.
Yeah.
It got bad to the point where people started harassing the school itself and students who attend the school.
Okay.
How dare you go to further your education?
Okay, that's one thing I don't get. Why harass creators, or especially people who just happen to work? And
people are stupid. They like putting the blame on everyone else.
Yeah, they're just jackwagons.
People like complain. I'm actually looking for the school gallery on the website. Let me look up.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they had graphic design. All right.
Good luck getting in there.
You're gonna get your butt over here, Yuki. God.
How about you come visit NC? That'd be nice. We got good schools too.
I'm originally from the West Coast.
I don't care. Come visit. I need to see you guys.
Come join us, Yuki. The entire state is on fire.
So technically, I'm from Seattle. So.
Yuki.
Okay. I'll just pretend I'm from Cal. I'll be a bootleg.
Say dude and like a lot. You'll fit in perfectly.
Okay.
Surf's up, dude.
Because in Seattle, like the opposite of California, it's always wet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shut
up. It's always hot over here and on fire.
Okay, I lost the gallery. I don't think that's the right link, but there's different styles from where I'm looking at, or from where I see it so far.
I gotta do a window capture in that case. Yeah, I'm just showing a stock image, by the way, Yuki.
Oh, okay. But I'm just showing just so people know I'm not like, I'm showing you guys so people know I'm not like BSing or anybody.
Let me hold up. Let me add a window, just a browser.
But people could look for themselves if they don't believe the memes. I mean, that's what I tend to do. Like, if multiple people are saying it, I'm like, do you have a source or proof? Like, because I want to look for myself to see.
If people are like me, they're gonna be lazy and not search for it.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna be quiet before I say something.
If you're gonna say something that you're gonna regret, say it on your own channel, man.
Alright, don't worry. I almost said it. I almost said what I was going to say, but I'm not going to.
You know, I get the feeling that when it comes to art schools, of course they have different courses and styles that their students have, but I think the reason why cartoons that look the same get popular is because of that. Well, one, the whole recognition thing, and people automatically latch onto what they recognize, and also it's just something that maybe the networks are looking for to appeal to children.
Yeah.
They don't necessarily try to make a distinctive style.
There's that. So I guess like that's true. That's another thing. I agree with it.
What is up?
Now you brought that.
That's me. I'm trying to do window capture instead of screen capture because I have Skype up. I don't have dual monitors. It's not capturing Chrome for some reason. That's disappointing.
Hello.
Oh well. Good.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
Cow
files.
Yeah, Mika brought up a good point like just now too.
Can you repeat your point, please, if you don't mind?
Can I repeat?
Yes.
Yeah, Sam wasn't paying attention, Mika.
I'm sorry.
You're supposed to be taking notes, Sam.
When do I ever take notes?
You get attention.
This is gonna be on the quiz.
Yes.
Pay attention.
I basically just said that I think the reason that people only assume that that's the only style CalArts has, when in general with art schools there are many styles, it's because that's the style that gets most popular when it comes to recognition. So when people recognize something, they immediately latch onto it. When something's different, they tend to ignore it. And also just they want to appeal to children more. So they don't exactly try when it comes to developing an art style.
You got a point. That is true. That I totally agree with you. It's like a cash. It's like what Teen Titans does, just a basically cash grab.
Yeah.
Or the networks. The networks just grab a single style from artists, and then they don't want to change it. They just say, hey, this is similar to this, make a show.
Yeah, because I mean, look how Steven Universe originally started. Like when you look at the pilot and everything, it looked way different. It was more like Miyazaki style than, Adventure Time kind of a style.
They kind of made. I don't know if they made her or not. She could have developed it that way on her own, but she did, develop it in that direction of recognition.
There you go, yeah.
Kano, he says, I honestly love cartoons like Spectacular Spider-Man more than anything else. I'm more to the Ultimate Spider-Man, and out of all the men. I like Ultimate Spider-Man.
Have you seen the episode with Deadpool?
Yes, that was hilarious.
So and good. With Ron Stoppable voicing Deadpool.
I thought that was Ron Stoppable.
It was Ron Stoppable.
His name, John something, I think.
He's always going to be Ron Stoppable. That's his name now. His name is Ron Stoppable.
It's like another thing to consider is the genre of the show they're going for, because I guess it all leads down to human psychology too. if they have like a more bouncy style, then people are gonna expect something more fun and bouncy and creative.
And not story driven, which bothers me.
Yeah.
Not story driven.
I mean, Pokemon's a good example of that because remember how it changed from this serious art style to something more bouncy and
No,
very expressive.
No, because the only episodes, show out about the entire Pokemon animated series I've seen is Black and White, and that's about it.
It's
Did
completely.
you watch the original, Sam?
I've seen a couple episodes from time to time, but that's about it.
Friends. Nope, we can't be friends anymore.
Can you at least sing the first theme song of Pokemon?
I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was.
The style looks completely different now. Let me.
Which is understandable.
I think I've seen it recently too. It's like very different. I actually like it.
It's cute. It's adorable.
That's another thing I've noticed. Have you noticed that a lot of styles are more cute instead of just more for a cutesy demographic? Like, it's not just Japan, it's happening here too.
Like, everything changes. Like, you know, the what kids want change. Like, when you look at all the cartoons from the 80s, you know, those were all super, super serious looking. And then, you know, as time went on, they kind of got more goofy.
I think Teen Titans made a joke about that too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. Or that's what it looks like now. It's not. It's pretty. It looks good in motion. Like really.
It looks nice.
It looks really.
It's very pleasing to the eye. They also.
Recently, Dragon Ball just went to more to that bouncy style.
Oh God.
Oh, why Dragon Ball?
No, it's still recognizable, but they still look the same. But everything's like more softer and cleaner looking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it's not that like plastic looking shading that it's been known for having for the past few years.
Yeah, that's why I've been avoiding Dragon Ball Super for like the plague.
Yeah,
not just that art style. Apparently, yeah.
It's crazy. Like the art supervisor, if you check his character sheets, you can see a little bit of slantedness inside the designs. It's actually really crazy. Like the necks on one side is very noticeable if you flip the canvas over horizontally.
Oh, someone didn't flip their canvas while they were doodling?
Ooh.
Oh no. That's cheating.
Flipping the canvas?
Yes.
That's not cheating.
No, it's not.
His name's like...
Let's say, Mika, we're going to have a very serious talk.
His name's like... I'll show you a good example.
You know what also bugs me?
What?
This could be in animations, but this can be said anything in general too. People can't handle dark. There's not much dark humor. It's just so good. It's a lot of goody. At least in most cartoons nowadays. I'm not talking about stuff like Steven Universe or Star or Gravity Falls. Heck, from the little I've seen from Over the Garden Wall, which I gotta watch, it's extremely dark.
Yeah, I remember it being pretty dark.
Yeah, regular show had some dark humor. It was to the point. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, but nowadays it's just people are just overly sensitive.
Yeah.
It's just
can't make jokes about that.
That's what it looks like. The original, like the slanted ones on the left, while the new designs on the right. You can see the big difference.
I like. Seriously,
They
what?
decided not to shade.
It looks
Shading's overrated.
Yeah.
Shading, to be fair, shading's a pain. Shading's a pain when animating complex characters. Shading's a pain in general. At least when animating.
Shading's for squares.
Shading's for people who want to lose their
to show ourselves out.
I guess.
I can't talk about. I shade too.
Honestly, shading, complex shading in animations is for people who want to lose their wrists within a week.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. That's true. That's American.
But I'm gonna have to be like, from what? For a second I thought I just got offline for a second because
chicken butt.
Shut up.
I don't care about the animation in Dragon Ball Super. Dragon Ball is boring.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense of it. Sorry, AJ, if you're someone else.
AJ is Konohi, right?
No, it's another guy.
Oh, I remember now. I'm not used to people I'm used to by usernames, but not by their actual names.
It's not Kanofi. It's another guy in the community.
I know who you're talking about now. I spoke with him in the past before. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But like I was saying before, I freaked out thinking the stream was going up. I just find it ridiculous. Like, people are just so soft, and there's just a lot of cash grab animations. Hard to find anything good that's on the mainstream media besides, well, Netflix, I guess.
Yeah. I think that's another reason why people go indie now. Like, a lot of people are just starting to go indie now because it's like, if they don't do it, just do it yourself.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, that's why I'm doing my own comic. I couldn't find any comics I liked.
I've been there. I know how you feel.
I know the hard struggles.
Like media in general is just getting more boring. Like, even YouTube's starting to get more boring.
Yeah. I mean, we have Jake Paul.
No.
No, we don't. We don't have that. We don't have him.
We don't claim him.
Yeah.
No.
I know. No,
he's a viner. He's dead to us.
I mean, he's good. I mean, his career's gonna die after the summer when he gets knocked out of the ring.
We can only hope.
Whoever's going to the boxing match, can someone feel Logan fall on the ground crying after he gets knocked out?
Please and thank you.
Make sure
I will pay you for that.
Make sure to wear the alien hat.
Pay-per-view KSI Logan Paul fight. I ain't paying for that.
That's gonna be pirated. You know it is. Anytime you put up a paywall, people are gonna pirate it.
Yeah. Make sure you wear the alien hat if you do. If someone manages to do that.
Like, seriously, it's not worth my time to pay it. I'm just gonna wait for people to repost it.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna wait.
You need to pay to see it.
I ain't paying $8 to see him get his face smashed in. I don't think so. I could buy a whole Starbucks for that.
Okay, we're getting off topic again.
We gotta be no stupid topic.
Let's talk about coffee.
I'm down to 3 watchers, damn it! I'm down to 3 watchers. I'm pretty sure it's all of us.
We need to make a coffee feed. There needs to be like a coffee feed.
Yuki and I are just gonna leave to make our own coffee podcast.
Yes.
Alright guys, we're gonna talk about this frappuccino. What do you think, Yuki?
Oh my god.
It has a sweet taste to it, really good. Very energetic.
I can feel the diabetes setting.
Like, we should.
I don't drink coffee, neither do I.
About coffee.
Yes, please.
Okay. Since
all the characters are a type of coffee.
Yes.
Since we're
giving me ideas.
I need that in my life.
I guess we're not talking about art anymore. So much for art based.
We can still talk about art.
It's not art based anymore.
How about the whole She-Ra topic?
Oh no!
She looks adorable. I don't know what everyone's problem is.
Oh,
I don't have a problem with her either.
She looks awesome.
She looks so cute.
She's everything I wish to be. A freaking badass. Who's not lazy.
Was that when I was little. I would have taken that over Winx Club.
I mean, for me, she kind of, again, just the whole art aspect. She looks pretty generic to me. But I can definitely see both sides with it.
Mm-hmm. She's not a over-sexualized woman anymore.
Yeah, and when I was little, I always watched cartoons, of course, and whenever there was a girl, I'm like, why does she look like she's wearing a swimsuit? So I actually appreciate the shorts.
Yeah, thank goodness.
Thank you.
Take some notes, Sailor Moon.
Take some notes. Especially Sailor Moon, because they're not teenagers. They're younger than.
Yeah, all the people in Sailor Moon are freaking 13.
14. I found that recently. Like, are you kidding me? I thought they were around my late high school, heck, even college.
No, they changed it. They just changed it. They just changed it for the English dub release.
Dude.
And it was designed by a woman. You think she would have some thought about that?
Dude, even Nostalgia Critic thought they were like around my age because he did have like top 10 hot anime girls. He did not realize.
Yeah, like
I found that out after watching one of his reviews.
I mean, it's entirely gross, but I believe the reason why they were those actual ages is because in Japan, the age of consent is 13.
Yeah, it's 13.
So they can sort of dress, I guess, if they want to like that.
It's just so uncomfortable.
Yeah, it is.
Especially when you look at like the actual Japanese fashions, it makes no sense.
Yeah, it's like whoa.
That is sexy has never been in. It's always, dress modest, and that's their version of sexy. It's like, what happened?
I mean, remember the geishas?
I think Tumblr.
Yeah, less skin is better.
I think Tumblr came in. That's why.
Tumblr wasn't invented back then.
I know, but
that doesn't mean there weren't people of the mindset.
But you know that mindset had to come in around that era, or maybe further than that. I don't know. I'm just making a joke.
Oh God.
I was gonna add something, but I forgot it. Dang it.
Aw.
It's not gonna.
Yeah, we were originally talking about Shira, and then I distracted everyone from my Sailor Moon.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. How old is Shira now? Because I can't tell. Because with art styles, it's hard to tell. As we just did example of Sailor Moon.
Yeah, I think she's supposed to be in her mid to late teens.
Yeah, so that makes sense then.
I hope so.
My question is though, if she's supposed to be that age, why are people afraid of giving her,
boobies?
An A cup, or like, I can understand that big boobs are difficult to. Sorry if this topic is uncomfortable.
Oh, you're fine.
It's my channel. I don't care. I said in my bio that my channel's not gonna be family friendly.
I never really talked about this stuff before.
It's just. It boggles me because she's supposed to be around that age, and yet and this is with a lot of female characters nowadays, they don't give them a chest, they give them like pecs. Like, are you not
I guess to some degree it does kind of make sense, because like if you're a girl who works out a lot, your boobs do get smaller because they turn into muscle, because they're just basically fat on your chest.
Yeah, they're gonna be gone.
Mean that the girl, being as small as she is, should not have boobs. I mean, that's a bulky woman that would, the boobs would turn into pecs. These women aren't bulky, and yet they have pecs.
Well, I don't know. To me, it does kind of make sense, because I don't know. I'm someone who's been in the weightlifting community, so they do get smaller as you work out.
What, you did weightlifting?
Yeah, I like weightlifting.
I gotta see those muscles after stream. I want proof.
I'm a very weak boy. So.
But yeah, they do get smaller, like as you work out your pecs and everything, and your chest, and it may not show because you may not have a full defined, muscle or anything. It just like they just get smaller because they're just literally lumps of fat.
I know we can talk. Apparently, the Rugrats reboot.
They're having a reboot? What?
Oh God.
They feel like Rugrats is being rebooted.
I love Rugrats.
Oh, don't make a reboot of a good show. Reboot the bad shows and make them good.
Yeah.
Nah, they gotta take all the good ones.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a Teen Titans.
Nostalgia. But then tell the people who are nostalgic about it to screw off, because it doesn't matter. It's not them.
The DuckTales reboot is actually pretty good from what I've seen.
I've heard that. I have yet to watch it.
I like it. It's really good.
Oh yeah, I'm just afraid that it's Nick that's holding them in charge, right? For Rugrats. I'm afraid they might pull a Cartoon Network and just have a middle finger say fuck you to all the people who's hoping for a good show.
It's not supposed to be good. It's just supposed to be a reboot. Look at all the other reboots.
Yeah.
The Thundercats from the 2000s was good, but they had it canceled because, from what I heard, one of the main voice actors died.
That's
Probably
a pretty good reason to cancel.
Sure.
Yeah, but it was due to low toy sales, really.
It was that too,
It was a good show. My dad even watched, and he was disappointed when it got canceled. He's
disappointed.
You disappointed a grown man, Nick, or a Cartoon Network. You disappointed a grown man. How do you feel about that?
They don't care. They just want the money.
Yep. And they didn't get it with the toys, so.
Instead of making other merchandise, they're just gonna.
Exactly. If they made T-shirts or figurines, adults would have bought that stuff up.
Yeah, I would.
Nah, that's too much work.
Just look at my collection. I would have bought it.
Also, what I think would be smart move, especially in this day and age, is to post the episodes on YouTube because on your main channel network on YouTube because most people don't really watch main networks anymore. Like, in fact, I don't even have cable anymore, so I have to resort on watching stuff online. Like, wouldn't it be smart to like post your animations on YouTube on your official Cartoon Network channel? I mean, you'll get views, and not to mention, and you'll get the sweet ad revenue from YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Wait, it won't be a lot because most of never mind. I'm storing it. I'm going to the dark side on my jokes.
Cause I don't get it. Like post. I don't. This. What?
I think you mean Miss Keene.
They took Miss Bellum out completely. She's too sexy for the kids.
Yeah. I never seen the Powerpuff Girls reboot, so I went early.
You've gone down a friend notch here.
What?
You've gone down a notch.
I did not see the. I don't want to see.
At the time, that was when I stopped watching TV in general because I've been busy with life.
I gotta catch up on a lot of cartoons. And I gotta rewatch them.
You gotta catch up on your cartoons.
Yeah.
Cartoons are better than live action. At least from what I see.
Hands down.
Yeah. What, you guys don't want to watch some Real Housewives or anything?
I
don't want to watch Donald Trump.
No, I can't watch anything about the Cheese Puff of America with my mom saying I hate that guy because you know how they did the whole Mexican wall thing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm Dominican, but she's I think she's probably taking a sack like not just Mexicans but like all Latinos in general, which I don't blame her. So she just hates that guy. I can't have a civil conversation with her. It's all black and white for her. That's what annoys me.
The only person I'll watch is Alex Jones because I can't take that man seriously.
Oh my god.
I shall for now keep my opinion to myself. I think people would hate me for my opinion.
You don't just speak your opinion. It's okay. We're not gonna.
No, I don't mean you guys. I mean if anyone hears this.
We'll hear about it after stream if you want.
Yeah, if you're uncomfortable, we could just talk about it afterward.
Yeah. We
ain't that kind of people here.
Also, politics isn't art. Unless you count, lying in art.
I mean, because they're acting, so...
Lying is basically... Yeah, that's why I told me. Lying is basically acting, and from that logic, I'm very good at it.
Oh, God. Noted. I'll have that in my little mental file for you, Sam.
I'll put that on my resume.
Lying is an art, and I'm very good at it. Someone put that on a t-shirt. I'm gonna put it on a t-shirt.
No, I'm selling it. That's my property.
Kind of off topic, but does anyone know how to get Facebook to stop suggesting me friends?
No.
That's not. I've long since.
It keeps doing it, and I'm so annoyed.
I think every social media recommends friends to you because they're like, you're all alone in life. Here, have a friend.
Yeah.
No, I don't want them.
Twitter will do that to me.
It's like, I don't know these people.
You might know these people. You don't know.
You're lying.
No, you know them, and we're going to make you best friends now.
Hence why I don't use Facebook anymore. I only use it for Marching Band. That's about it.
I don't use it for family.
I
don't use it at all.
It used to be for art, but then I got a lot of family adding me, and I didn't want to, not add them and then be questioned later. So I moved from there to elsewhere.
Yeah, my mom said my first year on Facebook, it can be summed up for every 10 minutes I get a tag from my mom.
Oh yeah, that's another thing.
That my mom.
This is why I don't let my mom have access to my social media accounts.
The thing is, she before I added her friend, she got upset. It's like, why didn't you add me? Don't you love your mother? Or something like that.
Exactly. That's why I just left Facebook.
I forgot my password. Whoops.
On the bright side, my account's private, so that's good. That's one good thing.
I got a question. Anyone got some shows they wanna recommend? You know?
Any shows?
Anything? I don't know.
I haven't watched anything lately.
I have life. I haven't been able to watch.
Don't judge me, but I've been watching this as a kid, and it actually got it's been actually pretty good over the seasons. But I'm gonna type in Skype, and don't judge me, okay? I love it, okay?
Hey,
no one's gonna judge
I watched a lot of stuff.
I watched a lot of
my
bad.
adult age that is not for adults.
Mhm.
That's not bad.
That's not.
That is not even that bad.
That's
Sam.
not. Yeah, that's not that bad.
I mean, I personally wasn't into it, but I don't think it was bad.
It got better too, like especially as the recent 2 seasons. Holy cow, the animation budget went up.
I've seen it. Like
Didn't
it's
they get
pretty
a
good.
movie too?
I watched the movie. It's basically the Lego movie, but it's with the show with the show's characters. I wasn't happy about that. I didn't watch it for a year because it didn't have the original voice actors.
Right.
I'm very biased when it comes to stuff like that. It's gonna feel weird. It's gonna feel weird.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like that's not how you sound. What happened to you? Why are you broken?
Characters are their voices.
I managed to rewatch.
I watch Bionicle movies and love them still.
Yes,
I heard
I
about
love
it.
Kill la Kill.
A lot of boobies from what I could tell.
It's
Tell.
worth it. It's like almost a joke at this point.
It's
Like
a
you
joke.
think it's gonna be all about boobs.
Yeah.
That's
'Cause
partially the
I was
reason.
We were watching it. We just started laughing at most of the
hmm
Yeah.
It's
I
so
remember-
funny. It's so
I
good.
remember when I first heard of it, it was suggested to me by my ex.
Mhm.
And I was, my
Ooh.
ex. And so I was like, I don't know what this is. I didn't see anything about it. He didn't really give me too many details on it. And so when I looked it up, I didn't really see any cover art for it either, like some concept work or whatever. So I just went in blind completely. So when the first episode
God.
starts, so when the first episode starts with the one kid, like he stole a
Yeah, he stole
one-star
one of the
uniform.
uniforms.
Yeah, and I
So
was like,
hilarious.
is this the protagonist?
Oh my god.
Because it looked like a shonen. So I thought that was a protagonist, but then he got beat up, and I'm like, oh, well, then
All
who's
right,
the
then.
protagonist? And then Ryuko shows up, and I'm like, oh, this is a shoujo. and then I got further in, and I'm like, wait, is this a magical girl show? What is she wearing?
That was exactly
Why
my
is the
reaction.
thing trying to undress her and have her wear? What's happening?
It's like, is this rape?
Okay.
Like,
Is it? I don't know if I should be comfortable with this or not. She was, so I was.
Mika, are you okay
I
over
watch
there?
anime for the plot. I watch anime for the plot.
Oh yeah, you're watching some plot, alright.
You need to watch it. Don't watch it around your parents because mine had a lot of questions.
Yeah,
yeah.
like
Oh,
that.
dude. Oh my god, I didn't watch it in front of anyone, but for some weird reason, anytime I watch an anime that has ecchi in it or whatever, my mom just happens to walk into my room and see me watching it.
It's like I can explain.
Alright, it's not what it looks like.
Yeah, actually, I just got tired of having to be like, hey, it's not what this looks like. I just tell her, yeah, I'm watching porn, what of it? That's how honest I am, Mom. Just straight up.
I can't get it.
My mom
I can't get away with that shit. My internet would be blocked so hard in an instant.
my mom will interrogate me. She caught me
My
watching it.
my mom will get my dad to look through my internet history through the router again.
Yeah, she would do that.
And I say it again because I say it in the Natasha stream. I had a bad habit of being up late and I'm blocking myself in the middle of the night over the years. So they kind of lost trust in me on the router stuff.
I can't imagine why, Sam.
So is my mom like the only one that doesn't give a crap what I'm watching?
Yes.
I think
Nope,
so.
that's my mom all the way.
I wish.
My mom, she'll question me at times with certain things. She's like, Kendra, what are you?
Kendra?
And I'm like,
what?
Yeah, that's my name.
Hello, Kendra. How are you?
And so sometimes she'll ask. I forget. I was watching something at some point, and then she was like, "What is this?" And I'm like, "I don't know," because I don't want to have to sit there and have to explain it to her so that she could get the context and not think it's weird. I'm just like, "Don't worry about it, Mom. Just
don't question it. I swear it's not porn."
Yeah, that or it is.
It's quite.
I mean, in general, it's not, but I will say either one.
You know, it's also bad when you have to explain when there's nudity on the show, but it's like that doesn't show the private parts. You gotta explain to your parents it's not porn. Like it's just skin people.
Yeah,
and that's another thing because again, for some reason, whenever my family's around, not even just my mom, just family, I'm watching something in the living room, just something, and I'm like, I don't know what to say. It looks like what it looks like, but it's not that. and so,
it is,
but I was watching,
but it's not.
Yeah, and so I was rewatching Kill la Kill on Netflix. Man, it is so censored on Netflix. But
freaking wimps of America.
But basically, one of my dad's cousins. Okay, this sentence is gonna be a little weird. My dad's cousin's girlfriend.
What?
Was here.
I
So
can explain.
That's a lot of.
Living room with me when I was watching it, and then a part came up, when they were transformed into the clothes, and she was like, "Oh, what is this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's anime." I'm not gonna explain much more than that. You can look into it if you want.
That's a perfect.
I can explain. It's just anime.
One thing I like.
There's an episode of Robot Chicken and like Sailor Moon on it.
I think I've seen a clip of it on YouTube.
At the end, like the villain from Sailor Moon's like, it's so weird.
Yeah, that was a weird episode.
Excuse me. One thing I like about Japanese Japanese animation or anime, which is just really cartoons in Japanese.
Yeah.
Japan's not afraid to go all out. Like they're not afraid to get past boundaries and get all sexual and just like that. My problem is they over-sexualize the girls a lot and they don't do that for the boys. That's annoying.
Exactly.
They're sorry. They do in some shows. To be fair, they do it in some shows.
Some.
Yeah, some which are more in the porn category.
No, not really. Not really. My Hero Academia somehow they'll do it occasionally.
I lost it with me because I was in that service.
Oh, okay. I can name a few, but
I know Free is one.
Yeah, Free. Yeah, Free is another one.
You not talking about porn?
There's absolutely nothing. We've just been talking about porn.
Talking about some porn. Talking about porn.
Natasha, aren't you glad I'm hosting the first podcast on my channel instead of yours?
Oh my god. Well, you couldn't host it on my channel anyway. My computer hates me, so.
You can just give me your stream key and I can actually live stream on your channel.
Oh no, thank you.
But we all know the best answer is obviously Corey in the house.
No, what are you reading?
What?
Because I know a few manga and anime that go past every boundary. None of you are ready for it.
Oh yeah, he gave me some ideas on Twitter when I first started talking to him.
Ideas for what?
It's pretty dark.
Do we need to censor things?
I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not even gonna say like the few just imagine the darkest thing, the darkest humor and darkest stuff, and then multiply it by 10. That's what Konohi's reading.
I'm bad at math. My brain can't do that.
4chan?
Oh god.
I haven't been on 4chan, surprisingly.
I've never been on 4chan.
I haven't either. But like the joke that 4chan has some very dark humor.
I just thought another one for girl fan service, or I guess it could be fan service.
Fairy tale.
Nope, it has boobs.
Yeah, but no.
It's mostly for male fan service, though.
Yeah, I
and trust me, I've watched the hell out of Fairy Tail.
Mm-hmm.
I did not get enough fan service.
Yeah. All you got was Gray, and that was about it.
Yeah, just randomly taking shit.
It's like, I'm naked now.
Yeah, just now I'm in my underwear. And I feel like that was more
Mom,
of
I
a
can
censorship.
explain.
Like, I feel like the creator wanted him legit straight naked, but he had to go and put underwear on him. I feel like. But yeah, there's this one manga called Killing Stalking, which I believe is that's straight up porn. So yeah, so I believe that's some girl fan service there.
All the girl fan service is always it's in the ecchi stuff.
Ecchi?
Free isn't
Well,
is it?
I don't know.
It's free ecchi.
No one knows.
I don't know.
Poor Yuki, you're the only male in this chat.
I was hoping for Willow and Konoe and Jeep to join, but Jeep's too tired. Konoe's not working. I think Willow's probably busy with other stuff.
Playing Dungeons and Dragons again.
Gosh darn it! I'm probably missing a session.
I retweeted.
Don't search DeadTube.
Konoe, people are gonna search it who actually if they ever decide to watch the stream now. It's your fault.
This is really fluffy Kirby plush. I just retweeted.
Just to get everyone off of porn. So talking about porn, guys, you're making Yuki uncomfortable.
The thing in
Sorry.
kind of. No, it's fine. It's fine. The thing is kind of. Oh wait.
Are you sure that's a plushie? That looks like food art.
I don't know. Like I'm fine with talking about it, but I don't want to go. Because I have a really dark sense of humor.
I'm out of work actually.
It's okay. It's me too. Don't worry.
I'm out of work actually. If you're out of work, come join us if you can. Yuki needs another male friend here. It's uncomfortable for him.
I never said that.
We're talking about a female fan service.
I'm not confirming or denying that I am.
You can neither confirm nor deny without the request of
They're taking it out of context.
No.
Wow, this thing is taking forever to load.
What's taking forever to load?
My browser. There it is.
I have my dog.
Oh,
I have my dog with me.
Oh, Mika, I like pointing this out, but look at my URL for the YouTube link, for my YouTube link.
Oh, is it the super anime
yes.
girl or whatever? Yeah, I was like, who in the heck? I thought you guys were like already starting the stream and ranting on someone. I'm like, Jesus.
No, Super Anime Girl 200 was my original YouTube name.
Oh, baby, you started a new channel.
Okay, confirmed. Free is not an ecchi.
See.
Why is there a puppy in the chat?
It is a B shonen, which translates to beautiful.
Damn it!
I don't know strict house rules here. What do you mean strict house rules? You're not allowed to talk to your friends?
I don't know what was just said.
What kind of house? Konoe, what kind of house where you live in where you're not allowed to talk to your friends online? That's not cool.
Alright, it's in the stream chat. Talking.
I'm disappointed. Gosh darn it!
Disappointed.
I want to know what he sounded like. Then I have voices in my head, so I could just start drawing people's faces.
Well, you have our faces, or at least you have my face and Yuki's face.
Yeah.
Is that not enough for you?
No.
Are you not satisfied?
No, because the only picture I see of you is just you in that parade float.
Gown.
To be fair, I don't look anything like my icon I use online.
Oh heck yeah! Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nor do I.
Yeah.
Except for the outfit, I do actually have the outfit that I drew my Sona in.
I kind of look like mine. My hair is just a lot darker.
I look nothing like mine.
Am I the only? No, wait. Sam also looks like hers. Sam and I are the only ones who look like our avatar, kind of, sort of.
My face is more round compared to real life me. I'm very squishy.
That's okay. That's your style.
I just drew myself. I could draw myself more like how I draw other people. I just thought Silly me deserves a silly design.
Mm.
It suits. It suits you.
Sorry, I have facial hair. Nice.
I don't
I mean,
have any.
everyone does.
I shave.
I think everyone has facial hair.
I
You can't see girls as much.
Yeah,
It's
like-
not-
I shave mine, so.
I have facial hair. I have sideburns too.
Yep. Right over here.
Woo.
What did this podcast become? Because I don't know what it is.
We were talking about.
Everyone talking about literally everything.
We were talking about towel arts. We were talking about
Sailor Moon.
Sailor Moon and fan service.
And porn too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like porn-ish.
Yeah.
They're basically porn at this point. It's basically porn. They just covered they barely covered the nitty gritty stuff.
There's still more stuff, but I don't want to get deeper into it.
Yeah,
'Cause-
shouldn't.
Yeah, that can go down a whole rabbit hole. We don't need all of that.
Like which one? Oh, how about Animal Crossing? We've all played a little bit of Animal Crossing, right?
No,
Not everyone.
I don't have a DS. I never had a DS. Or
Do you have a Switch?
I could have gotten a Switch, but I bought Clip instead. Are you happy, Natasha?
Yes.
have both
I've
of them.
converted another to the dark side.
I have both of them, so.
Speaking of which, I'm still the Aldi. Did you guys ever heard of the store Aldi's, or is that just a North Carolina thing?
What?
Aldi's.
Aldi's?
Yeah, Aldi's.
Like ALDIS?
Yeah, Aldi's.
No, I
Never
never.
heard of it.
We pronounce it here Aldi's.
Brand?
Aldi's.
Yeah, I never heard of it.
Is it like a shoe brand or something?
No, it's like a mini grocery store
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
food
that
shopping.
must be an East Coast thing. I've never heard of that.
Oh,
I
dude.
Oh, I'm in the
That
Midwest
sounds
and it's out
familiar.
here a lot.
never heard of it. I'm stuck in the deep south.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I have a Aldi's. Yeah.
I
I'm
call
trying to move out.
them Aldi's for some reason.
I don't like the deep
Must be a
south
North
at all.
Carolina thing.
I don't like the deep
Anyways.
south
Yeah, Florida.
Deep South.
at all. Yeah, I'm there.
Anyways, I might actually be getting a part-time job because I actually registered for 2 classes, English and art, and a painting class.
Woo.
And they're actually the right classes for my degree this
Oh
time.
my god. They didn't just make you take general classes? Oh my god.
Yeah. Last semester I kind of took the wrong one. It's for the SDD program, like for simulation game development. Yeah.
Mhm.
You know what I'm mad about though, because for those of you who don't know, I have a disability. I'm not gonna say it now because it's not really important. But for a community college, at least where I go to, you have to go to DSS to sign up and everything. What they didn't tell me or my parents is that like the registration dates here starts around June 1st, May 31st, or May 30th. I don't know. Apparently, people in the DSS who are in the DSS and they qualify for it,
Can
which
go
is
early.
yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, they don't ever tell you that. You have to figure it out on your own.
The only reason I found out about it because I talked to one of the advisors, and the only reason that she knows because her son was in the same situation, like because she only knows because her son was in DSS.
Yeah, colleges are so bad about letting students know when they can actually apply. It's utterly ridiculous.
Like if you're gonna drop the ball, don't do it on the kids with disabilities, especially kids who have way worse disabilities than me.
Yeah,
My
they just
school
want
would,
their money.
It's
I
messed
call my
up.
school to register and they'll answer
Oh,
immediately,
God.
hang up on me. Like, okay.
What kind of school hangs up immediately?
I don't know. My
I'm
school
sorry,
is
I'll be right back, people.
Okay.
schools in the deep south will do that.
Wow.
I
That could be
honestly,
worse. It could just be running off with your money and go, oh no, it was put in the wrong semester. Oh
yeah,
no.
they
I'm
almost
guessing
did
that happened to you.
They
What
almost
makes you
did,
say that?
they
That was
almost,
just a few $100s.
they almost
No.
did that to me like last semester or last year when I registered because I went a whole tirade on Twitter like, oh my god, I registered and they didn't give me my money back.
Yeah, they're really bad. I don't know what it is with just colleges nowadays. They all freaking suck.
They do.
Like they take your money and run, and it's like, can I get my education, please?
Or at least give me my money back.
One or the other, preferably both.
Yeah. But I got everything back. Like the next semester, I registered, so I'm not. At the very least, that happened.
Yeah. This is the joy of college, Sam. Aren't you excited?
No.
Very exciting.
You're not excited?
No, on the bird side, I wanted to go to the main campus because my community college has multiple campuses. I went to the main college for my first semester. It's over an hour away. I had an 8 o'clock class.
Oh boy, that sounds like fun.
Monday through Thursday.
Hey,
mine's only 30 minutes away.
Class.
7 o'clock.
Mine's about an hour away, and I had to get up super early.
Mine's like 15 minutes away. No, 20.
Sorry. Welcome back. Well, my classes from the main campus were over an hour away, and we get traffic jam in there too. Like,
speaking of, I'm getting an electronic bike soon.
Ooh,
so
that sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Like a Vespa?
It's kind of like a moped.
You're getting a moped?
Yeah, technically.
Someone needs
Natasha,
to draw fan art of Yuki on a moped.
I'll do that one day. Natasha, since you're in the stream now, can you send me a link to your Twitter and YouTube, please, so I can put it in the chat now?
Nah.
Maybe I'll do it later.
I'll think about it.
I was making this.
I was gonna put you in the description so people can go find you. But okay.
Well, I might be leaving here in a bit because we're supposed to go run a couple errands, and then I'm gonna go to the pet store and visit my baby.
I just put you on Twitter, dang it!
Depending on how long you guys are streaming, I could jump back in. I gotta get this stuff for the baby. The cage is gonna be here on Monday.
You got like 3.
Yes, it's gonna be the bird baby.
You got 3 or 4 dogs. You got like around 3-4 dogs, and then you got the freaking Houdini, the disappearing dragon.
Yeah, Houdini is mine, and then I'm gonna get the bird. We have one dog that's my little brother's, one dog that's like the family dog, and then there's another dog outside, and we also have the stray cat.
You
got a cat now?
No, I've had a cat. She's always outside, and she's kind of like a street cat, so she just uses our garage to eat, poop, and sleep. And then she leaves, and then she'll bring us back dead mice.
I just have a cat.
Yeah, she's just a squatter.
I just have a cat and my mom's chihuahua.
I live in a zoo. And it's gonna be great. I'm gonna have a bird.
I want a pupper.
I would give you mine, but I think my mom would probably get mad. Cause she puts the chihuahua. She has like a purse to put the chihuahua in. Like, Mom, no, she doesn't like that.
That's like what
baby.
Toy dogs are for.
Yeah.
I actually want a Pomeranian. You can put those in purses too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, we've been on for an hour.
No, we've had 2, I think. They're adorable. Oh my god.
I had a pit. Like last time I had a big dog. I don't think because they bit my. I got attacked. I bit my ear the last time I had like a big dog.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was. I was really young at the time, and I guess I didn't know any better, so the dog kind of like tackled me to the ground. That's when, yeah, it kind of bit me.
Oh.
I used to have a cat until it got ran over by a car.
I'm not good with big dogs.
Did it revive itself? Did it have 8 lives left?
No.
Oh.
Should have saved the 1 up. or revive. Or a super potion. Whatever gaming healing devices there are.
Whatever's applicable to you at the time.
Phoenix down.
What?
Phoenix down.
Oh no, Fox is down. No.
Oh my god.
It's like the go-to item in RPGs when one of your party members die, you just give them a Phoenix down.
Yeah.
Depending on the game.
Yeah.
You don't die at all in Animal Crossing. You just spin bells and just lose.
And get stung by bees.
Yeah.
Or pass out from getting bit by a scorpion or a tarantula.
Oh, I actually caught one of them.
Lucky.
I hate them so much. They're so
Everyone
hard to
hates them.
catch.
Yeah.
Especially in real life, I hate spiders.
Yeah.
Spiders can go die in a fire.
Yes.
Oh,
They all
God.
shall burn. Send them all to California to burn.
Oh, we have enough spiders here. Thank you very much.
Why aren't they burning?
Because apparently not all of them are on fire. It's only like 111 out right now.
Yeah.
That's you got all the smoke from the fire, so you go outside and it's just like hot air sitting there. So bad.
It's like, yeah, you stepped out into the oven.
No, we drove down to the city the other day, and like literally looking down the street, it just got like brown.
What?
Wow.
Because of all the smoke and everything right now, because literally everything's on fire.
You
Forest
see,
fires are common in
Girl is
California.
on fire.
Started the year on fire, and gosh dang it, we're gonna end the year on fire.
California's pretty lit.
oh my God, Yuki.
Oh,
Funny because it's true.
Literally.
We are literally always on fire.
I think
And
I'm
we're
gonna.
the vacation state. Come here to get your tan. You just might get third-degree burns.
Oh.
You're only the vacation state when Hawaii has, volcano issues.
Hawaii.
They have
Hawaii's.
bug issues. They have a lot of bug issues.
Hawaii's pretty much like the States. Like I used to live there.
Oh yeah, you're speaking from experience.
I think.
Like living in the States.
I think next time for the podcast, it should be recorded like H3 podcast. From what I know, they actually record it.
No, they have a live section.
Yeah.
They do?
Yeah, they have live sections
I
on.
think they do live on Twitch, and then it's pre-recorded on YouTube.
Ah,
Because
okay.
they have live callers and stuff.
Oh. I wish we could do that.
Imagine if we get live callers.
Oh God.
We would have to make separate Skype accounts so they don't bug us on our main ones.
Roof!
Sorry, that's the dog. We're gonna end out the podcast with my dog. I'm with Beth.
We've actually been live for an hour.
That's not fair.
Oh, only an hour?
Yeah, we've been live for an hour now. Corey,
Well, that's a pretty good amount of time for a podcast because you don't want them to go too long and then it's like ridiculous.
like the
The
streams.
longest I've seen is 2 hours.
Yeah. That's
Let's go for 2 hours then. That's it. Cause we got way off topic. I don't even.
Yeah.
I don't even.
Maybe we can talk about writing? Like if anyone knows anything of writing.
I don't. I'm trying to make a story and I don't know how to write.
I just do what's on my mind and I just try to make sense out of it.
I do. I know how to write.
You
I
have
know
to
how to write.
I
Too.
have some knowledge in writing, but I don't
speak.
have like crazy knowledge. Cause when I had my webcomic up, people said it was pretty good so far. Did you take writing classes? Like, no, I didn't. Like, but I did kind of cancel my webcomic. That was kind of the reason why. Cause I wasn't very happy with how things are going.
Okay, I know how you feel, man.
Look on the bright
Don't
side.
get mad at me, Mika.
Okay, I am. But
I am,
get
but
it. I understand. I mean, I've rewritten one of my comics over 8 times.
I'm especially mad because I helped edit one of her pages.
The Rugrats reboot.
I'm sorry. It was at a low DPI setting. Everything was blurry. I didn't like it.
It was in the sketchy phase.
It was bad, and I didn't like it.
Oh, that helped. That critique was for nothing.
The Rugrats reboot is 3D.
No!
No.
They showed Chucky. Let me show it. They showed
I'm gonna go ahead and go. I don't want to see it. I gotta go run errands.
You're scaring Natasha away! Take it back! Take it back!
No, I'm leaving. Bye.
Oh, bye. What the?
Oh, is it really CGI?
That's what people are saying. Like, this is going around on Twitter. Oh my.
God, Chucky looks ugly.
He looks like the doll Chucky.
Honestly, it'd be fine honestly, I'd be okay with this if it was like a movie, but a reboot. No, because honestly, the model looks okay. It just doesn't look right for the character.
Yeah. Oh, I saw the new Pokemon movie that came out online. It's really good. The people who made Attack on Titan, they worked on the movie.
Is that the movie where that has that infamous scene with Ash and Pikachu?
What? The one that makes people cry?
No, it's a different one.
Okay.
It takes place after that movie. Like I know what you're talking about. It's after.
That one made me laugh
it's
hard.
in the scene. The one where he's talking.
Yeah. I know it was supposed to be Ash sort of perceiving that, but still, that was just out of the blue.
I only seen 2 Pokemon movies. I barely remember them, and I remember in both of them, Ash almost dies. Ash basically dies for a moment. Yeah. Is that a common theme?
That was the very first movie, and I don't think so. I've seen a few Pokemon movies.
I've seen them all. I can say like they got bad over time. The worst one was the one with Hoopa.
Hoopa?
That was the worst movie out of all of them.
Hoopa?
What the hell is Hoopa?
The one where he
Hoopa!
Yeah, that's what he's called, and he has like this really annoying voice.
I must have missed out on that.
It came out in the X and Y era.
Oh yeah, I definitely missed out on that. I stopped watching around Black and White.
Yeah, Black and White. I didn't like Black and White anime wise.
I just got bored. I'm just like, this is the same thing each and every time. And literally, when Ash meets his new like sidekick girl character or whatever, he meets all of them by destroying their bike first.
What?
Yeah. But they changed
Not on
stuff
purpose.
up like. They changed things up a bit in Sun and Moon. It's completely different. Like, it's like a soft reboot, but it's not like completely rebooting everything.
Yeah, because he's supposed to be like with some childhood friend, I believe.
Yeah.
Cecilia or something like that.
Yeah, that was X and Y, I think.
Oh, X. Okay.
Yeah, that was X and Y. Sun and Moon, where he actually goes to school.
There's school.
Yeah, and there's
a kid out when they turn 10 and hope they don't die.
there's a baseball episode. There's like a baseball episode that is supposed to like parody every other anime that does baseball episodes. It's pretty funny.
Wait, animes do baseball episodes?
Yeah, there's a few that do that.
I've just seen like beach episodes or like
they have those.
Yeah, fan services for the boys.
For the boys.
But then, it's kind of creepy doing fan service on 10-year-old kids.
Well, yeah. I mean, like other anime.
I'm still like, what?
I'm literally like I said earlier, I didn't know she was 14 until basically just recently.
Again, I think Natasha said it. In the translation, they're supposed to be a little older, but
yeah, they censored.
That technically doesn't matter. The original is the original. She's originally 14.
They censored a lot.
Like for example, the two Sailor Scouts that I heard they were lovers. They're cousins, and they were in the English dub of the original show.
Which is even weirder.
One of them's supposed to be like a girl, but they changed it into a dude in America.
What?
Well, I think she originally is that kind of like tomboyish. Yeah. But they most definitely made her a little bit more masculine in the American version, and they made them cousins, which is even weirder than just a lesbian couple. Like incest, really?
Yeah.
No.
What were they thinking?
They weren't. It's like just leave them as the gay couple. What's wrong?
I heard they banned a whole season because apparently there's these dark Sailor Scouts that are guys, but when they transform, they're girls.
Yeah. So they didn't want to offend trans people.
They do that.
Yeah.
And they just recently banned. They recently banned the Pokemon episode.
Wait, what? What episode?
It was one with these monkeys. It has like Ash painting his face black.
Oh.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the stereotype, but they still banned it anyway. Cause
if it's not the stereotype, I don't see what's wrong with it.
It's someone to bring people. It's still kind of involved in that stereotype. Yeah. They just don't want to bring it back, so they just banned the episode in the U.S.
I don't know, anyone's ethnicity entirely here, but I am myself black, and being around black people a lot, something as simple as that will make them angry.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm half with Korean, so.
I'm half with Puerto Rican.
I'm full on Dominican American.
Nice.
But yeah, they banned. It is banned out. That's like the only episode that's in ban after like a long time.
Well, I heard the episode that got banned back in the day was because it caused a lot of kids in Japan to have seizures.
Yeah, I think that was the last.
That one.
I think that was the last time an episode got banned.
I think that was the only time an episode. Wait, nope. There was an episode. There was a swimsuit episode.
Oh yeah, the James episode when he was.
I saw a clip of it. Like, holy cow! His pedonkus just grew in size with the press of a button.
I see that. Oh, yeah.
Like, James, what are you?
Is he a dude or?
I think he was wearing a suit that made it that involved boobies.
I don't know what it was. I didn't know the episode because it got banned.
I saw the clip though of the boobies just growing.
The full episode, it's online and it's English stuff.
There's an English dub.
I've seen it online. It's pretty fun. It's like it's nothing bad. That's like the only controversial thing in that episode. Everything else is
I don't see it as offensive from at least from the bit I've seen. I just think it's inappropriate for that kid for that age demographic. Like anywhere in the world, nobody should be worried about how big their boobs are, especially when you just see them magically grow. It's like a genie. I wish I had bigger boobs. Poof, boom.
Thus, deviant art fan fictions were born.
No. No.
Okay. I'm just kidding.
Is Pokemon art? Because I mean, we got off topic.
It's animation. It's animation.
Yeah.
Animation is basically art that's in motion.
It is.
Especially the hand-drawn ones, which suck in the long run because you're gonna die from drawing somebody's face. Mika, you found out during that Q&A of yours.
I used to like hand draw my animation when I animated it a little bit. When I made like small gifs, I used to hand draw them on paper, but I stopped over a while.
I don't know how people's able to do a hand draw, like animate without any timelines. I need my digital timeline.
It's pretty hard, like.
Especially if you don't.
You need a lot of paper. That's what.
Yeah.
Do it the traditional way, yeah.
I like traditional hand drawn method. I just don't like. I like doing digitally though. Like drawing the computer. Excuse me. Okay, let's see how much we've been live for an hour and 22 minutes.
Whoa. So what else shall we talk about?
Something good and without getting off topic about porn.
Maybe shading and coloring methods.
Color theory.
Boy. Color theories.
I don't know anything about color theory.
I learned about color theory and I forgot it already. I just know how to sort of use it. There's complementary colors. I think it's called subcomplementary colors. I barely remember. I'm mostly self-taught after all.
Primary, secondary, triary. Triary? Hold on.
What?
I got a thing here. Hold on. Okay.
I just put on what I think looks good.
Yeah, usually I do that too.
I try to use complementary colors, like for complementary colors, what I do, because complementary colors are basically like opposite of the wheel, so I choose one color, and if I want to use something that makes it pop, I choose a color that's like the exact color and shade that's on the opposite side of the color wheel. That's what I do.
Mhm.
You know, I'm looking in the chat at the Chucky picture. They kind of made his hair look like somebody from My Hero Academia.
Wait, what?
I don't know, look at that picture.
I can't think of his name, but
it's Chucky.
Wait, is it?
No.
Tertiary. I guess that's what it is.
Tertiary.
Yeah. So you have primary colors, secondary colors, which is the combination of primaries, and then you have tertiary colors, which are, and I don't even know if I'm saying it right, which are There are 6 tertiary colors, each made by mixing one primary color with an adjacent secondary color. So I guess red with green would be a tertiary color if you can make it look good, I guess.
Yeah.
As you can tell, people, I'll
use green, but I don't use it a lot. Like, maybe except I use like a blue-green occasionally. But
oh, that's actually a nice color.
As you can tell with the 4 people that are watching us, we're pretty much self-taught.
Yeah. I just go what looks good. Like if it works, okay, it works. I'll keep it.
Yeah, you see, our talents are skills. If you actually adore us, I don't know. You can adore the other guys. I'm not sure about me, but we just started drawing a lot, and we just somehow got good despite being self-taught, because being self-taught has its disadvantages. I'll leave it at that.
Oh yeah, they're bringing invaders in too.
Hallelujah!
Yeah, it looks the same, right? So it's nothing. I don't think anybody's should complain because it looks exactly the same, just more.
Yeah, they have the same guy, Jean Vasquez, on it. Jean?
Yeah.
Jean.
It's something Vasquez. I could be wrong about the Jean.
Maybe.
Invader. But yeah, he's working on a movie for it, and I think another series, but most definitely a movie.
Yeah.
Jonan, that's what it was. Jonan Vasquez.
Jonan.
Cool name. I've always liked the last name Vasquez. I don't know why.
Vasquez. It just rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, it's so fancy.
Vasquez.
Yeah.
Vasquez. Oh, and I might get Kingdom Hearts 3. Or I'm trying to get a PS4, so when Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out, I want to stream it.
I'm trying to find work so I can do the same.
I want work
to part to get it.
Oh. I want a job too, a part-time job at least. But nope. But I had to focus on classes, getting classes first before I could parent myself looking for a part-time job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Commissions. I only got 1 commission. It's from Silver.
I have a few.
I gotta retweet my commissions.
I should probably do that.
I might open up commissions later. I'm not sure, because I opened it up before and nobody really commissioned me.
I commissioned you a gift.
I know. I opened them up in the beginning of the summer. I haven't gotten anything since. You're the last person that did commission me, Sam.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
I hear from people who do it professionally now. When they first started, they didn't really get commissions until maybe 2 years after they opened them. So it's definitely a waiting thing.
I can't wait 2 years.
And you just gotta keep yourself active and keep your work going out there in order to.
That's a problem. That's a problem for me.
I do that, and then because I used to have critiques like, "Oh, kill yourself for drawing in this style." I used to have critiques like that, and they'll report my photos to get them taken down.
I still find that hard to believe because
it happens.
Easily Google image search it and find that it's not an actual screenshot, you derp.
Yeah, just Google it. Yeah, I made videos actually proving that. Yeah, I can draw.
I find it ridiculous for people hating someone for an art style. If it's hate art, yeah. If it's no offense, but a fetish art, but it's not on the mature filter, that's sort of understandable to an extent. But oh my god.
As far as coloring, it's really easy. I don't want to explain the method because Mika asked me the question and I want to save it for the Q&A, but it's really easy to do. It's not. It's pretty easy. It kind of is. I have to show you. Once you see the step-by-step progress I go through.
I'm gonna need help on your line art because, like I said, I want to do a style challenge, but I hate doing your line art. It's so thin. I like your traditional method better. You're worse than my friend Nova, who has thin line art. Your line art's even thinner than his. It's torture.
I don't know. I don't know. It's because so I can add more crazy lines how I did in the stock photo.
I don't care. It's so fit.
That's one of the reasons.
How do you not color over the lines? How do you not like have little bits of color not going that go past the line? Or it's how?
Lots of zooming in. I had to zoom in a lot to erase. Just erase stuff.
I have much thicker liner than you, and I still have problems. I still have problems from time to time having color go over the liner, like.
Cause like on stream, when I was on stream with you guys drawing stuff, I don't know, I erased a lot when I was. Well, no, actually I didn't color anything in, but I had to erase a lot when I did color in afterwards.
Oh my god. That's my tyrant. My tirade.
There's a lot of zooming in that has to be done. Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna stay on. We're at an hour and a half. We're gonna stay on for 15 more minutes and then call it a day. Shut up, Kai!
Woof.
Freaking puppies! You hear that? That's probably Kai or Luna or both at this point. I don't know.
I don't know. If you want to.
I want
to definitely prepare topics beforehand for next time.
Yeah. Like the title says, we're confused and we're trying.
Like there's some, but then I don't want to like get into deep into it because you know I don't want because I don't know because I never created people's childhood. That's
we can do a brief summary if we want.
I don't know how I can summarize it though. That's another thing.
I seen a video. So basically, from what I heard, Butch Hartman is making this a crowdfunded this program called Oaxis. Is that what it's called? Oaxis or something?
Oaxis.
Yeah, and apparently he's been very vague about it until recently, which is confirmed that it's more towards like a Christian family-friendly type of thing. And that's why he's been so vague about it. And from what I heard recently, he's been shooting people down because people shouldn't criticize if they're not in the animation business. And he does, and basically saying he's basically like he's like the stereotypical new DA bratty user who won't take critique. He's just putting them aside, saying they're not valid.
To be honest, like I always thought of him. I do kind of think he's kind of a narcissist. And it shows. It kind of shows in his shows because he self-inserts himself in the Fairy Odd Parents as this really attractive-looking doctor.
I mean, wouldn't you do that to yourself? Wouldn't you do that yourself too? I mean, who wouldn't?
I know, but there's different. Like narcissism has different signs to it, and he shows like a few signs.
Yeah. He even had. Just recently, I saw it, I think last night, another clip of him. There was another clip of him talking about criticism and whatnot.
Oh, no.
And in the clip, basically, he was saying that he finds people that criticize to be weak.
What? Wait, weak?
And he did get quite egotistical in the video, saying, "Do you know who you're dealing with? You can't bring me down," and all that.
Butch Hartman said that. You're joking.
I retweeted it.
I haven't been watching it because I was.
When he said that, all I can think of is one of the villains from Sonic saying, "I'm not weak."
Yeah, but the thing is, and it's like, from what he was saying, I kind of got the sense that he doesn't know how to distinguish different types of criticism. Because from what he was saying, when he said, "Do you know who you're dealing with? You're not going to bring me down," it sounded as if he's talking about people that criticize him as a person, not necessarily his work or projects.
I think that's what he means. But I see where he's coming from because at the same time, to an extent, I see where he's coming from.
Like people just hating on him, like deconstructing criticism. But the thing is,
it helps to have some kind of experience with critiquing. But overall, like nobody said.
Yeah, but if it's criticism, that's understandable. But he's been in the industry for at least a decade. He should be used to this kind of stuff. Like for me, I'm not used to criticism because Cause if I realize now I kind of accidentally like watch my like give excuses, cause I rarely get comments, so which means I'm lucky to even get criticism. So that's one thing. He's been in the industry for 10 years. He's been in the spotlight for so long. 20.
Yeah. And another thing too, if you present yourself as this narcissistic and very arrogant person, and of course people are going to see through that, and they're not going to respond lightly to that too.
And the thing is too, yeah, I agree. He shouldn't have really said, "Oh, you can't criticize me unless you're an animator too." I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
But I feel as though in general he's throwing criticism, all of it, all the types, into one boat: constructive, deconstructive, and attacking you as a person. He's throwing all of that in the same boat, which he shouldn't. He should just take the constructive, but it's like he's ignoring all of it, and claiming that anytime he sees someone say, "I disagree," or "I feel you should do this," then he just instantly, ignores it because it's criticism in general.
Yeah, it's like, dude, it's like at least hear them out first, like.
Yeah. Which he and it's like I get, and it's like we don't know what kind of private messages he receives. He could be getting people attacking him as a person, but yes, there are people who are criticizing him in the constructive way, but he's ignoring all of it.
Yeah, but I do have like the proof that the whole narcissist thing. I do have proof towards it. Like one side, superiority and entitlement, exaggerated need for attention and validation, and that kind of shows. Oh, I created your childhood. That's a big example of that.
Yeah, I agree. He is
great need for control, lack of responsibility, blaming and deflecting.
I want to ask something. Why are these types of people like when they hide this kind of stuff, and then only now when they break away from the oh god,
mainstream?
Yeah, and then they turn out like this. How does that happen? Like in the span of
I think it's
because they don't interact a lot with people.
Yeah. There's that, and then like they have to keep up an image when they're in like the mainstream highlight.
Yeah.
For example, I got a big controversial bad example, Jake Paul, because from what I heard, he was one of those live action sitcoms that are boring on Disney. I'm gonna be honest. I'm sorry, Disney, but you're not made for live action. You are based off of animation. You should stick with animation unless you actually get good with your sitcoms.
I can't wait to play as the Jake Paul world of Kingdom Hearts.
Shut up. But in all seriousness, he got when he moved to YouTube and started doing shit like that not even Fox like the Fox channel would agree with. Disney kicked the boot on him because he wasn't being that squeaky clean image when he was working with them. So that's the only. I think that's the sole reason why people we don't see the real people when they work with the mainstream media, because like companies like Disney basically hold a knife to their throat and a gun to their head to stay squeaky clean.
It's kind of like what people on YouTube in general, because some people you can play devil's advocate and say you're a nice person, but honestly, I do think like actions speak louder than words.
Yep.
Like my personal opinion.
Wow, look at that! We actually were serious and did some productive talking here.
And we talked about art earlier with cartoons.
We talked about other productive stuff too.
It went off the rails within minutes.
Yeah. It's our first time,
We didn't really pick topics beforehand.
I messaged you guys. I got no response.
I didn't know what was going on until I literally signed in like earlier.
I did give like one suggestion, but I don't know. No, never mind. I think it might be too early to think about the next one. I don't know. It's whatever.
Productivity, yeah, according to Kanohi.
This was really fun.
It was. But then we're gonna make sure we get banner art next time, all of us.
Okay. I'm almost done with the poster pick. Right now I'm redrawing everything just to so it can like scale better, or just have like smoother line art. Because if you zoom in closely on the ones I posted, it's a little wonky in some places. So
okay. Also, do you want this? Should I be the one hosting all of the Wemes podcast, or are we allowed to post an episode?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't really know how to stream.
I don't know. Like,
that's up to you.
Cause I'm not sure if I'm the sole leader of the group. I
don't think we have a leader. I think it's just we just do whatever.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want.
Yeah. I guess I'll host them from now, unless you guys want to do an episode on your channel.
Yeah, I think that's pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like stream it live on someone's channel, but throw the actual recording up on someone else's as an episode.
Sure. And since I don't really post much on my channel, I'm gonna try to animate or do like silly, short, choppy animations to put on any of our channels since most of you guys are dead because of school, and I have plenty of free time.
Hey, I still had to do one when I had the helium balloons on Natasha's stream.
I have to go through Natasha's streams because even though it sounds biased, it's because Natasha's the only one who's been streaming in terms of like the whole Wemes group. So and so it's on her channel, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh, Zodiac Lord just went live.
It's we're at 1:41. You think it's a good time to head off? Sign off?
Unless there's more to talk about, then yeah.
You guys have anything else to talk about?
What are some of the darkest things you've ever seen on the internet?
Oh boy, I gotta think.
I have a few.
I tend to avoid stuff, so.
Does discovering porn count?
No.
Oh.
No, that's too common.
I discovered.
If it did, I was gonna point out something I just saw in my Twitter thread.
I want to hear.
Twitter's another example.
Let's hear it.
And Kanohi says I can't say you aren't ready. Oh, yeah, I agree. I don't want to hear what you found.
Dang, oh man.
What are you gonna say, Mika?
I was gonna say if porn counted. I was just gonna point out what happened, what I just saw on my Twitter thread a few minutes ago.
You want to tell us about it?
Twitter's like.
I follow this YouTuber, the Anime Man, and he's pretty open. He's pretty open about how he enjoys hentai. So he just randomly retweeted this one hentai image. And I'm like, whoa!
Him and people like Etika, I follow those dudes are pretty funny.
It was just, I mean, he shares like some very risque stuff a lot, which is, fine. I follow him, so it's, I expected it. But that one was full on sex.
It was like itchy, like okay, someone's just posting etchy.
Usually it's etchy, but that one was you can see the penetration.
Oh wow! Talk about detail.
Yeah, I was gonna make a joke, right?
Ironically, they were in that position.
I forgot the joke I was gonna make. It's fine.
Okay. We're out of ideas to talk. We're out of material to talk about. We're done.
I kind of have an idea for another stream. If you don't mind, of course.
I don't mind.
Let's hear it.
If it's a drawing stream, then we could all sort of pick the topics that we talked about previously. Like we talked about coffee earlier and coffee characters.
Mm-hmm.
For a drawing stream, we could all pick a type of caffeinated drink and then draw a character based off of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or even a type of tea or food or something.
I'm gonna.
Pretty good.
I'm gonna.
How's that gonna work?
I feel like that'll be a good collab too. I'm not sure. Like streamer collab.
I'm not sure how it would fully work, but it's just a suggestion right now.
The best if you want to see everybody's screens without using the online draw fee or something like that with a crappy layer system and stuff like that, we would have to all stream at the same time.
Yeah. Or unless one of us has screen share on, unless we all have screen share on, and then one of us.
You would need a second monitor though. That's the problem. I can't use a second monitor because that actually screwed up OBS for me.
Yeah. I wouldn't. I have monitors I can use, but because of how setting up monitors work, I've tried it once in the past. My tablet gets really it adjusts to the fact that there's two screens. And I cannot draw with that adjustment. It's like drawing with a new tablet all over again and getting used to it.
I feel like that's a good idea too. I'm not sure, like stream or like a big collab video. It can go either or.
I think maybe a video would be good. Like we could all record our parts. I don't know how. Like not speed paint per se, but we can do a normal speed and just make cuts as we draw.
I got an idea. Just record the whole thing, and whoever has the best audio was one of us would try. Well, let me start over. We all record we record everything from start to finish on our ends. And everybody will send their footage to one person to splice it in. Thing is, who knows how to edit that kind of stuff?
I can somewhat edit like that.
I can, but depending on the length of the video, it may take a while to just even export.
Yeah.
Which, if people are fine with it taking a while to export, then I can do it. But if you want it on a specific date, I would have to receive everything extremely early, and the video will come out much later.
I'm really patient with stuff like that, so it's good. I'll find with whatever everyone's cool with. So.
Yeah. And plus, if it's stuff like that's gonna take stuff like that, if it's gonna be like no speed paint, it's no sped up. The footage is gonna be at least an hour long. And that's gonna take.
That's also our time limit with the drawing. We'd have to do what animators do and make it simple.
That's a cool idea. That's a really cool idea you brought up. Just make a character design based off food.
Or anything really. We could even go Geeks route and just choose cars and make characters.
No, I know nothing about cars and stuff like that.
I don't either.
What about candy?
Yes, I choose right now.
Milky Ways.
Dibs.
Milky Ways. I choose Milky Ways. Milky Ways.
Butterfinger. I love Butterfinger.
We have to let Natasha know. Kanohi, pick a candy.
No, Skittles. I switched to Skittles.
So Milky Ways, Snickers.
Wait. Kit Kat. You can't pick Kit Kat. Silver already picked Kit Kat.
I call Skittles.
You only choose one.
I switched to Skittles.
Skittles. Now I want some candy.
Skittles.
Okay, Kanohi chooses Twix. Also, it doesn't matter if you're not able to record Kanohi. Of course, you're gonna join, and when you're done with your drawing, you can send it to. I suppose right now we're settling with me on the editing, and I will edit in your image.
Mm-hmm.
We do have too.
But your time limit is most definitely the same as ours. About an hour to an hour and a half.
You better be, yeah.
We gotta let the others in the group know too.
It's gonna. A question. Is it gonna be during a Skype call, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. That happen.
I'm not sure how I can record the audio per se. I'll have to figure that out.
What program do you use to record in general?
I have some default program on my laptop called just voice recorder.
What about the one that's when you did the example for your Photoshop animation? It recorded your screen too.
Yeah, I recorded. I just made a quick recording of myself opening Photoshop and going to a file, kind of like what I do when I just draw. And then I just took that clip and made it smaller and layered it over my video footage in the editing.
But the software that recorded your screen when you did that.
What I use?
Yeah.
These figures. Holy crap.
It's an external device called Aver Media, AVER Media.
Dang!
I just plug it in and hit this button to record.
The latest version of OBS Studios works for me. I can set it up later if you want.
God, all of these figures.
Are you looking at more? Stop it.
Hey, I'm looking on my Twitter feed. People are at Comic-Con posting figures.
That's why I don't follow Comic-Con or any con. They always have stuff online.
Okay, guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're at 150 and we have nothing else to talk about. Any final thoughts before we sign off?
I want my cake. That's what.
Yeah. banana cake and I don't know. Maybe next time. To be continued. That's what I'll leave it at.
That's an outro music. A theme song. Does anyone here do music?
I play music. I don't have music.
I'm bad at singing. Wait, I could get the to be continued thing from JoJo.
No.
Next time on Dragon Ball Peh.
Yeah, we do need an outro though.
I need to animate myself an intro. I need to make gifts, everybody.
Oh, I know one. I know an outro. Wubba lubba dub dub.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye, everybody. I'll see you next podcast or whatever. Whenever that happens. Bye.
Bye.